श्रीमती शशिकला पुष्पा.
So I rise to support the Merchant Shipping Amendment Bill 2013. At the outset, both the bills have laudable objectives, and we welcome the initiatives of the government in these two legislations, sir. The main objective of the Merchant Shipping Act 2 is to ensure development and efficient maintenance of the Indian mercantile marine in such a way that it serves the best national interests. As everyone knows, India is a member of International Maritime Organization, and India has accepted a number of conventions and protocols adopted by IMO. With this present amendment, India now wants to gain access to the International Convention for the control of harmful anti-fouling systems on ships. The aim of this convention is to protect the marine environment and human health from adverse effects of anti-fouling paints. India amends the bill in order to comply with the demands of IMO. Sir, IMO is the institution which demarcates the international maritime boundaries, sir. Recently, International Court, which is at Hague, gave a ruling regarding the maritime border dispute, stating that equidistance formula to be followed among nations in the case of international maritime borders, in the case of Bangladesh, Myanmar, and India, sir. Sir, if the case is so, if the same followed in the waters between India and Sri Lanka, that is, if the maritime boundary drawn by the equidistance formula, we may retrieve Kachativ and can save the lives of our Indian fishermen, sir. So whenever the fisherman issue rose from Tamil Nadu, it may be of any political party, a kind of criticism or a sarcastic look comes from some honorable members saying that, hey, Tamil Nadu fisherman issue. We only know the pains of the fishermen of Tamil Nadu, sir. So the children of fishermen who are going for fishing, waiting at the doors of the house and expecting their father whether he will come with fish or with bullets. Many of the young widows of fishermen waiting for their lives. So, here I just want to convey this message to the Honorable Minister through the chair that whenever the international institutions ask something, India is obeying by the demands and giving acceptance to their demands. Likewise, we should also raise our demands to them, like the case of Kachativ issue, sir. It is pertinent to mention here that 5 of our fishermen were to be hanged last week, released by the sincere and continuous efforts taken by my most respected leader, Dr. Purachi Thalaivi Amma. Under the able guidance of our Honorable Amma, each of the families were provided a compensation of 2 lakh rupees, besides daily allowance of rupees 250, sir. The government even announced 20 lakh rupees for legal expenses in Sri Lanka, sir. This unique care shows my leader's commitment towards Tamil Nadu fishermen, sir. In this issue, I wish to convey my highest regards to NDA government, who made timely intervention to release the fishermen, sir. Further, on a special drive, Tamil Nadu government has inducted fishermen in police department for their rehabilitation and livelihood. As they are experienced in coastal areas, their intelligence has been used in curtail coastal area offences, sir. Sir, a system which has grievances redressal mechanism is considered to be one of the best systems. This bill also mandates to include grievances redressal mechanism to ensure highest level of good governance in the welfare state, sir. As far as the Maritime Shipping Second Amendment Bill is concerned, this is to ratify the Maritime Labour Convention 2006 of International Labour Organization. By ratifying this convention, it would benefit 1.25 lakh of Indian seafarers, as my colleague said. Indian flag merchant vessels of 500 tons or more, which are engaged in international voyages, will be issued maritime labor certificate after inspection. In such cases, this will enable them to get preferential treatment and also exemption from inspections at foreign ports. India will also be able to ensure that all foreign flag vessels entering Indian territorial waters are subjected to such inspections. This will also ensure that the rights of the seafarers, irrespective of their nationality, are protected. The bill also specifies about weekly hours of work and rest, leaves, entitlements of workers. Very good initiative, sir. In order to protect the rights of the children also, it prohibits children below the age of 16 to work. And the age of apprenticeship in the bill also rose from 15 to 16 years of age. Sir, by passing these two amendments, we will uphold the articles of our Constitution 51A and 48, that is 51A states it is the duty of every citizen to protect and improve the natural environment.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.